All right, so should be ready to go by now. What subjects did we find? We got Dylan as one. Dylan and I. Popping up there yet? They might here in a second. They are linked. Dylan and I. Here we go. We have one more. It's is one of them. Now we have to find the right box. So it's is a subject. Okay? Because it is the combination of two words. What two words make up that it? It is. It's not a possession of it's fun. They don't possess the fun. They are having the fun. All right. We have three verbs as well. Like. You can show like for sure. VI or VT? What's our direct object if it's VT? There you go. Good. Well done. We're starting to get this. Swimming is our direct object. Okay. Dylan likes swimming. He actually doesn't, but that's not what they're trying to say. All right. We have one verb. Think. Think, thank, thunk, as the Grinch would say. VI or VT? What is it they think? That entire phrase is our direct object. That it's fun, the entire phrase is a direct object. I know that's bizarre, but we can have direct objects be an entire phrase. That's why we have a dependent clause in I think. Okay, you can't just say, well, you could just say I think, but in this case, there is a dependent clause. Okay, so we have one more verb. It's, I thought we said it was the subject. So what's the other part of it's that is the verb? It, the pronoun is the verb? Is, yep. Is existing. That one is VI. Now, fun is something. Jacob, do you remember what fun would be? On Monday, we said it was an adjective. So what would that make that today? It's an adjective in the predicate. It's a predicate adjective. Okay. So let's take a look at, since we have all of our subjects and verbs found now, we'll come back to the prepositional phrase, or I'm sorry, a positive phrase here in just 1 minute. Let's go back to Dylan, our first subject, to get our complete subject for our underlines. Is there anything that modifies Dylan or makes Dylan more specific? Dylan, my best friend. So that is one complete subject. Okay. My best friend is our positive and our positive phrase. My best friend is the full appositive phrase, and then the appositive is friend. So put the appositive phrase in parentheses, just like we do our prepositions. Okay. Nellie, fix that hoodie and sit up for me, please. Okay. So what is the predicate that tells us what Dylan, my best friend, is doing? Doesn't like swimming. So that's our predicate that goes along with that. So that's a double underline. Switch to double underline and boom. So Dylan, my best friend, his action is doesn't like swimming. All right. Is there anything that modifies I? Okay, so once we get into the verb, we know we're into the predicate. Does that make sense? Does anything modify I directly? Nope. So the simple or complete subject is I. Now, Bruce helped us out a little bit and got a little bit excited. So our predicate starts with think. Is there anything else that modifies think? Okay. Now, we start to get into another subject. Okay. We know that they're saying, I think that. The narrator is saying, I think that. And then we get into, it is fun. In this case, it is the subject and the predicate of its own phrase. Does that make sense? Because technically, it is would be one phrase, would be two words. Okay, so I don't even know why this little guy's here, but we'll get rid of him. Okay, so to avoid confusion, this last part of your sentence should look like this. It should be a single underline and a double underline. The reason being is that you wind up getting into another clause. What's up, Kyler? Okay.